Why she's letting a pit bull to maul other people's pet dog? Let's
Okay,
deep
you
dive.
are absolutely not going to believe this one. We're starting this deep dive with a really bizarre incident out of Seattle. Dogs attacked, and the owner's explanation, it was, get this, a chupacabra.
A chupacabra, wow. That's quite the claim. It's such a strange contrast, isn't it? This like folkloric explanation versus a very real, very serious dog attack.
Right, and the source here is a news report about the arrest of a Seattle woman, Sydney Kelly. She's 30 years old.
Yeah, and our mission today for everyone listening is basically to break down the key facts of what happened here and, put it into the wider context of dog attacks without getting bogged down in too much detail.
Exactly, so let's dive in. The incident itself, it happened on Dexter Avenue. Kelly was apparently wearing a camouflage sweatshirt and pajama pants.
And crucially, her pit bull was off-leash when it allegedly attacked multiple other dogs. That off-leash detail is, well, it's pretty significant.
It really is. Leash laws exist for this very reason, don't they? To prevent exactly these kinds of situations.
Mm-hmm. And what's maybe even more disturbing are the reports that Kelly didn't even try to intervene.
Yeah, witnesses said she just stood there, shouted at people, trying to help him. Let him do his thing. Can you imagine?
Let him do his thing while attacking other pets. That's hard to comprehend.
I know. The owner of the first dog that got attacked actually had to rush their pet to an animal hospital. Multiple people called 911.
And then came the Chupacabra explanation when she was questioned.
That's right. She claimed her dog was a Chupacabra. Yeah, the mythical creature.
Yeah, known in folklore for attacking livestock, usually. It really points to maybe a significant detachment from reality at that moment. Makes you wonder about her state of mind.
Well, the report shed some light there. Police arrived, and witnesses described Kelly as highly elevated. Seems she might have been under the influence.
Okay, that might explain some of it. Did she confirm that?
She did. After being read her Miranda rights, she apparently admitted to using fentanyl and methamphetamines during the attack.
Wow. Okay, so substance use involved. And did she admit her dog was the attacker, not actually a chupacabra?
Yes, she acknowledged her dog was responsible for the attacks.
So we've got an off-leash dog, aggression, an owner allegedly impaired and not intervening, plus this totally bizarre explanation. It's quite a combination.
Definitely screams irresponsibility. And it seems like this wasn't just a one-off outburst either.
Oh, what else?
Another resident, Alyssa Mienza, saw Kelly and her dog earlier that same day, said the dog was involved in another attack then too.
Really? Same day?
Yeah, Mienza described the dog as out of control, off leash again, and said Kelly looked frantic, like she couldn't handle the dog even then.
That earlier incident is pretty important context then. It suggests a pattern, not just a single sudden event, but an ongoing issue with controlling the animal.
Exactly. And there's a legal angle too. Kelly already had an outstanding warrant.
For what?
For operating a vehicle without an ignition interlock device, that often required after DUIs.
Right, I see. So potentially a history of issues there.
It seems possible. Anyway, after this dog attack incident, she was arrested. Held at King County Correctional Facility, bond set at $3,500.
And she has a court date coming up.
Yep, April 28th. It's set to address both the new animal cruelty charges and that prior warrant.
It sort of connects the dots, doesn't it? How sometimes disregarding one set of rules or responsibilities can bleed over into others, like responsible pet ownership.
Absolutely. And the dog. What happened with the animal?
Seattle Animal Control took custody of the pit bull, which is standard procedure in cases like this.
And the report mentions some statistics about dog attacks in Seattle overall.
It did. Apparently 637 reported dog attacks just in 2024 so far. And that's just the reported ones involving dogs attacking other dogs, people, or other animals.
So the real number could be higher. That doesn't count unreported bites or maybe incidents handled just by police without animal control follow-up.
Exactly. It puts this specific, very weird incident into perspective. The Chupacabra claim is headline-grabbing, sure, but the underlying problem, dog attacks and owner responsibility in cities, is a real and ongoing concern.
So wrapping this up, the key takeaway is pretty clear, isn't it? This whole situation, as strange as the details are, is a stark reminder of the serious consequences when pet ownership isn't handled responsibly.
Definitely. And it leaves us, and you, our listener, with a question to maybe mull over. Thinking about this case and those wider stats, what do you see as the absolute core, the essential parts of being a responsible pet owner, especially living in a city?
Yeah, what does it really take to keep everyone safe, other people, other animals, and even the pets themselves? Something to think about.
Comment your thoughts on this story. Thanks.